Can you afford your dog? Probably not. Have dogs and cats become so much part of the family that they have priced themselves out of being pets?
EKG, MRI, maybe an iodine trace.
Okay.
I think they have. And just bear with me here. Hey guys, my name is Dan, I'm a veterinarian, and thank you for joining me today. When I first started practicing, guys, like 10, 15 years ago, it's like 13, 14 now. It was different. It was much different. I remember, guys, when I first started practicing, if I got a really sick doggy, I would get them supportive care and get them diagnosed, and then I would ship them off to an emergency clinic for overnight care. And in my head, and talking to those veterinarians, I'd expect it to be, $500 for some IV fluid, supportive care, and then they'd be back to me in the morning.
My turtle has a rash.
I can see it. Poor baby. Hey, I'm gonna take him to the doctor, okay?
Oh my God.
Now, I cannot get hospitalization at an emergency clinic overnight for less than $1,000 for just like routine stuff. And it's gone from like treating pets to treating family members, which is great. I am super happy we see pets as family members, and that is amazing. And I believe, God will want us to be good stewards and advocates for our pets. The tough thing is, as we have leveled up our thinking of our pets to family members, to kids, to partners in this life, it has made it so the medicine has been chasing after them aggressively.
Of course. What's this man here for?
A stomachache, Dr. Bob.
Stomachache. Check.
And as medicine gets more expensive, then also does the services become more expensive. So to give you an idea, guys, when I first started practicing, I remember when we did spays and neuters, we would tie everything off, and that was great practice. Now we use ligature technology to seal the blood vessels, and there's far less bleeding. And I mean, none of the bleeding was ever serious, but it was a spay or a neuter, so there's some blood at surgery. But now the bleeding is so minimal, and the incisions are so much smaller. So we've continued to elevate ourselves closer to human medicine, closer to human care, and these pets have become family members, and that is elevated care as well. So now when a doggy is sick and I call the emergency room and say, I have a doggy that's sick, all of a sudden the price is substantially higher if I can't treat them. On a Friday, if I'm seeing a dog on a Friday and it's like afternoon Friday and I can't fix the problem, and we're closed over the weekend, I had to send him to the emergency clinic. Something that I would do for maybe $1,000 or $1,500, I'm talking like big stuff, like surgeries, like big stuff I do, that now is going to cost somebody $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 at an emergency clinic. Now, I don't know about you guys, but shelling that kind of money out is just not doable. And that's why it's really shifted from like, I've seen so many videos, guys, on YouTube about just having a savings account. And I have one too. I'm to blame too. Just having a savings account and just having these buckets that you can like tap into if you're short on funds for your pet's health. Now, the problem is, most of these pet things, they go from being like a small problem to like catastrophic. Like catastrophic insurance is going to cover these $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 bills, and having catastrophic insurance is almost not even catastrophic anymore. Like literally, guys, if you walk into an emergency clinic, you will spend $1,000 just for diagnostics, just to work the doggy up, some blood work, an x-ray, some additional like UA or ECG, some side diagnostics. Like you will spend $1,000 like that. And then all of a sudden you're all moving into like the hospitalization. That's a lot of money. Most of the emergency doctors, guys, when they talk to me, I'll call them and be like, hey, it's Dr. Dan at Papillion Animal Hospital. I got this and this going on. And they will be like, make sure you tell your client it's going to be $6,000 for the weekend. That's if things go well. And if things don't go well, it could be as high as $8,000. And I'm having to walk back into the room and be like, yeah, I remember when I told you, like, I thought it was going to be this much. It's actually this much. And a lot of people can't pay that. And that's okay. That's totally normal. Could you pay $30 a month for pet insurance and then pay a deductible of like $500 to get, through the door? Yeah, I think a lot of us could. But the problem is, a lot of times we are not budgeting for the catastrophic. And guys, like dogs live, in comparison to me and you, I mean, Lord willing, me and you, like we live much longer lives. So the really complicated stuff that you may see in humans, like that we're not seeing till 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, we're seeing these kind of things, these horrible cancers and these kidney failures. We're seeing these in dogs that are 8 years old, 6 years old, dogs that are younger, and they're actually middle age, actually, if you think about it. So we get a doggy and we think like, I'm good for a while. But honestly, young dogs get into things. They eat foreign material. They get toxins in them. They chew on stuff in the backyard. They get into mischief. They're dogs. And then older dogs get geriatric problems, organ failures, chronic debilitating diseases like diabetes or nuisance diseases like Cushing's. And all these diseases take a lot of time and a lot of management long term. Like this isn't something where like for example, when I get a diabetic dog, guys, and it comes in and I treat it, and then we say you have diabetes, and everyone's like, oh no, okay, well we walk you through how to give the insulin and the different foods you can give, and then we talk about like follow-ups. Like, are we doing glucose curves at home? Are we doing them at the vet clinic? Are we going to do Libres where you stick something on the dog and it measures blood glucose so they go about their day? And all these things we're doing regularly, and we're being billed out regularly. And something like diabetes costs an exorbitant amount of money over weeks and months and years. And if you have pet insurance, it's going to cover that. And if you don't, like, it's expensive. And a lot of dogs have diabetes. A lot of dogs have Cushing's. A lot of dogs have allergies. A lot of dogs have chronic problems that you don't see it when they're maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe 4 or 5, but once they get a little bit older, my goodness, like these chronic problems add up and they are expensive.